Hello everybody. What you guys are seeing is Tropical Storm Bertha. Today is Wednesday, July 22nd, 2026, and it's about 7:40 in the morning. Like I said before, what you guys are seeing in the radar here is Tropical Storm Bertha. Now, Tropical Storm Bertha, the interesting thing is that models have it making landfall somewhere up here in the Louisiana coast, but as you guys can see this morning, based on the latest satellite imagery, I mean, this thing looks like it's just completely eroded in the northern part, and more than anything, just drifting towards Texas, actually. Which it will be surprising. Let me rephrase that. Not surprising, but interesting, I would say. Some of the early forecasting models were actually showing this at the very earliest, going towards south, almost at the border with Mexico. Now what you guys are seeing is to me that's looking more like is the case, and this is the fact due to some northerly shear that is affecting the storm. It's pretty much completely eroding the northern part of the storm. When that happens, sometimes the center of circulation reforms somewhere else where there's more thunderstorms, and in my opinion, that's what it seems to be the case. The concentration of the thunderstorms are in the southern part, and I wouldn't be surprised if this particular center reforms further south, and then it starts heading towards Texas instead. Now let's take a look at the forecasting models this morning. So you guys are seeing the American model, and again, the American model, that's exactly what it's showing, because when you look at here, it shows a weak storm, 1006 millibar, kind of heading towards I would say Corpus Christi area, but very, very weak. Then we have the European kind of shows similar path. You can see a little bit of cluster of thunderstorms, whatever is left here around the same area. Then if we look at the Canadian model, exactly the same thing, just a little bit further south. And then the German model, let's see, the German model kind of shows exactly the same thing, but falling apart before it even reaches land. Now the hurricane models, I would take it with a grain of salt. They tend to blow up storms for whatever reason. Now it's kind of running right now. Now that it shows actual landfall, the center actually making landfall in Louisiana, but the concentration of thunderstorms kind of surviving on the south and then making landfall in Texas. That was one. And then let's take a look at the H-Mon. The H-Mon is a more aggressive one, showing a potential Category 1 hurricane making landfall in Texas as well. This will be the worst case scenario, but again, I would take that with a grain of salt. It's really, I mean, we can't rule it out, of course, but it will surprise me a lot if it intensifies that much, and that would be if it doesn't touch land, or in other words, if it avoids land as much as possible. I mean, there's a possibility, but it's really, really slim, in my opinion. I don't expect this to get any stronger than some of the models show. Low thousands pressure, if anything, staying within the high 900s, 990s, but lower than that, I don't think so, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. But I wanted to give you guys a quick update, of course, of what is happening with Tropical Storm Bertha. Now let's actually take a quick look and see what's happening in the Pacific. Just a quick, same thing as I mentioned in my previous video. Far left area with a really low percentage of formation. Then you got this red area here with a 70%. And then you guys see Hurricane, Hurricane Fausto. Same thing, 985, 90 mile per hour wind, not affecting anybody. Let's take a quick look at Bertha. So let's see the map. The map shows kind of like a straight west moving storm, making a second landfall in Texas. So that's kind of in line with a lot of the models. Wind probabilities, same thing. The majority of the winds are in the extreme southeast part of Louisiana. And then as far as rainfall amounts, again, the majority of the rain just kind of staying offshore, just like yesterday's video. So not much of a change there. Now, let's read what the key messages from the National Hurricane Center are. Tropical storm conditions are expected to continue along portions of the northern Gulf Coast from the western Florida Panhandle to southeastern Louisiana, including the metro New Orleans area through tonight. Tropical storm conditions are possible of portions of the southwestern coast of Louisiana tonight into Thursday. So that's immediate threat right now. And then point number 2, a coastal flood warning is in effect for the Mississippi and Louisiana coastline, where moderate coastal flooding is expected. Point number 3, interest elsewhere in extreme western Louisiana and along the upper Texas coast should monitor the progress of the system. And then the last point, isolated areas of flash flooding remain possible through early Friday along the central to the western Gulf Coast from the western Florida to southern Texas. So the key here is how slow the storm moves. That's going to determine potential flooding. But as of right now, it looks like the majority of the rain is just going to stay offshore. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe, guys. Stay safe if you are in the path of the storm, and stay in touch so that way you can stay safe with my current updates. Thank you, guys. Have a good day.